So I'm Andrea Praver with Great Expectations Realty, and you are?
I am Krista Taurins with Fathom Realty.
Okay, so Krista and I have been we've been talking for a while. We both have YouTube channels. We both live the Florida real estate lifestyle, but Krista is over in Orlando and I am in Ocala. And so we keep comparing our markets and stuff. And sometimes we actually refer stuff back and forth because, we love working with each other. So we figured it'd be fun for you guys, especially those that are coming down to Florida, to figure out Ocala versus Orlando because it's so completely different. It's almost like another state, right?
It is. In fact, I think we're in different time zones. Didn't we talk about that already?
Okay, it was supposed to be at 2. Okay. I was gardening. I was like caked in sweat and mud, and you're like, okay, are we doing this now? I'm like, no.
I'm sorry. It was my mistake, but it's true what you're saying. Like, I didn't even realize, honestly, that people were considering Orlando and Ocala in their home search. But obviously people from, some other state are just looking for a home, and it looks close, I guess, in the grand scheme of things on the map.
Yeah.
And so, sure, why not? You are, I suppose, part of Central Florida, right? Do you consider yourself Central Florida?
Yeah, we say Central Florida, but most people are like, they just say Ocala, and it's like, no, technically we are like, we're literally center of Central Florida. So yeah, why not? I don't know. I don't know if there's a better explanation for our area.
Well, I had a funny thing happen the other day. I was getting my hair done, and again, as we were talking about doing the Zoom call, so I'm sitting there getting my hair done and like exchanging pleasantries with the woman who's doing my hair because I don't know her. And, where do you live? Oh, I live here. Where do you live? Oh, okay, cool. And she goes, I would really like to live in the countryside. I am sick of this city life. She goes, you're gonna kill me.
Funny.
She goes, I would love to live in Ocala, but as a hairdresser, I need to live in an area where people care about how they look.
Oh,
and I go, yeah, what are you going to do in Ocala except wash dirt out of people's hair? And she's like, yeah, that's right.
Ouch.
And then when I called you today about this Zoom call and you're like, I'm out gardening and I have dirt in my hair, I was like, yep, she was right.
Yeah, but I didn't go on the video with that. I'm like at home on a Sunday. What do I care? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I am. That's bad. We care what we look like. It's just not like. I mean, have you ever seen the Asians from Miami? Holy smokes! I think they wear like 6-inch heels to bed. I mean,
right.
Like, oh my.
Well, we go to Sunny Isles a lot, which is like a heavily Russian populated area, just north of Miami, I guess. And it's a different world. It's like, I don't belong here.
I know I have some friends down in Miami. Hey, Laz, he's probably gonna watch this. But yeah, I'm like, I don't think I would fit in down there like at all. I'm just, a little more comfortable in my own skin, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that I would feel comfortable because it seems like they're very preoccupied with that, like a little maybe too much, but I don't know because I don't live down there.
It's also a different time zone, let's say.
It's almost a different country. I think they did want to split the state like halfway, but yeah. It's like it's a different state, totally different area. But Orlando, I think, is probably actually, the most similar. It just is like, it's a lot bigger. It's just, I don't think anybody realizes how big of an area it is. I mean,
that's true. And in thinking about this Zoom call and preparing for it, I was thinking like, well, Orlando isn't even just Orlando because you've got like Volusia County, Seminole County, Orange County, Lake County, Osceola County. Like, I wonder which county I should talk about. And then I can't divide it up. It's just all part of Orlando. People just tell me I want to be within X number of miles of Disney, and that's how.
Yeah, I got you on that today because we had passes. We literally just gave them up last year, and it wasn't because of Corona. We actually gave them up because like we asked the kids, "Do you want to go to Disney today? You guys are off of school or whatever," and they're both like, "Meh." I'm going, y'all are spoiled rotten.
These tickets were how much? How much those tickets set you back? Even with the Florida discount, they're not cheap. And my kids, we did that a few years ago, and my kids were like crying and begging not to go anymore. And I was like, we're using these tickets. They were money.
Yeah, right. I would literally go without them. I have no problem with it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I really enjoyed Epcot. I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Epcot especially. Yeah, we had the 4 parks, and my husband and I would go. But yeah, especially the food festival. I mean, I don't know if you can really tell because I kind of hide it in the camera, but I'm a little fluffy. I don't care. But like the for Epcot, the food and wine festival. Oh my God, it's so good.
Right. Yeah.
Just yeah, it's great. So we go for like a date night or something. But
but you're how far? It's not that far of a drive from Ocala to get there.
1 hour and 8 minutes to Disney parking lot. So I mean,
And depending on where you are in Seminole County, you could take just as long to get there because you got to either get your way over to the 417 and pay a hefty toll the whole way to get down, or go down I-4, which as soon as you get to Disney, it's going to take you an hour no matter where you're coming from because everything stops around Disney. I mean, not always, but it's pretty rough there as far as traffic goes.
You're in the mouse house. I mean, I always think of like Disney basically like owning half of Orlando. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but you come over and there's like all this Disney mouse shaped like electrical lines and stuff. Like,
yes.
What is this?
Or you could see Disney bushes, like mouse shaped bushes in people's yards around there. Yeah.
Yeah. And like Disney's even at the airport, like big time. I'm like, they own the airport, and now they're getting a train. You guys are getting the high speed train. So I'm kind of excited about that. The what is it, Brightline? It was Virgin, and then they changed over back to Brightline. But I'm excited about the high speed train. I will be coming over just for that.
Great.
I don't really want to go to Miami on it, but that's where it goes. So.
Is this the Sunrail now? It's not the Sunrail?
I don't know. I don't think it's called. No, it's a high speed train. It's supposed to get you from Orlando Airport, and it's got a stop that they're making in Disney Springs, and they've got half of the track done from Miami to Orlando.
Wow.
One stop in Fort Lauderdale and one in Miami. So I'm like super excited about it. So if you're taking a cruise or something out of Miami, it's only going to be an hour for us to get over there. We put it in long-term parking, and we can go take once we have cruises again. But yeah, but it goes like right down where all the cruises are and stuff. So it's for us over here, it's a really big deal.
But you could take your horse. You could just go horseback ride down to it, couldn't you?
You are roasting me good time. We don't even have, like, somebody said they have police that have horses. I'm like, we don't have that here. That would
you should
way too long. Because it's such a, like, our area is huge too. We've got like over 1,700 square miles in Marion County alone.
Wow.
So it's like bigger than the state, but I mean, everything's bigger than the state of Rhode Island. So I don't know if that counts, but.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know even that much about Ocala, other than we go up there for the National Forest, and my son likes to drive his truck really high. I don't go along with him, but he and his buddies go up there with their like little trucks, and they ride around in the forest, and they have walkie-talkies. Whoops, that's a telephone. They have walkie-talkies so that they can talk to each other because they lose cell phone signal.
Yeah, there's like a mud bogging thing out there, and I don't know if this is like good or bad to say this, but yeah, there's actually like a big mud pit, and people go and drive their trucks all in it and just completely see how much mud they can basically get on the vehicle. It's really gross. But it's a thing. It's, something to do. So, I mean, but we have a lot of stuff in Ocala. I mean, not as much as Orlando, but I would take it for, let's see, we don't have the traffic. That is definitely one thing that I would give to Ocala, because I can't even tell you how many times I've been to Orlando. I still do not understand I-4 at all.
But who can understand it when it goes like this, and yet the directions are east-west? Every time I get onto I-4, I have to think, am I going towards Daytona or am I going towards Tampa? And what does that mean? Daytona is on the, oh my God. And I've already gotten on the wrong entrance to I-4, and I'm going the wrong direction because it is so confusing. Yeah,
unless you're there at like 6 o'clock at night, and then you've got plenty of time to ponder it because you're in the freaking parking lot.
Why can't it be north-south? I have no idea. It is so weird.
like our roads, well, our roads get a little confusing because if our roads change, we change the name of the road, even though you're on the same road, but it
We have that
changes.
now.
So depending on what portion of the same road, it could be 3 different names. And then, the name that we actually call it as opposed to what it is on the map really throws people off. But yeah, we name it according to what section. So if you say the actual part, not only what road, but what section of the road.
But you have to know it to know it. Like when we first moved here, we were going to some sort of a picnic we got invited to, and the directions just said take the B line, and I was like, what is the B line? And I don't even, it was like the late 2007 or something like that. And I tried Googling it, but I couldn't figure it out. We couldn't go to the picnic because I didn't know what road it was. It has a number. That's the one that shows up on the maps, not the nickname.
Yeah, well, it's 2021, and there are still sections of Marion County that will not show up on GPS. It's pretty bad.
What do you do? Do you say like, all right, there's going to be a pig farm on the left, and then I don't know.
No, what I do is because normally it's right while I have like buyers behind me in a car, and I'm like, oh, great. So if I know it's one of those large sections where it says there's a road and the road does not exist, and you just end up at just nothing, trees, and it's like
Right.
Jumanji over here like crazy. I actually look at like this. I actually look at the whole entire map because it'll actually show that, and it'll show like the street. Stick to the big roads, like just stick to the bigger.
Yeah.
And bigger roads is like 2 lanes or something, just something like that. Like Marion Oaks is a huge subdivision out here, thousands and thousands of houses.
Wow.
I think all of it is now on GPS. But before that, it was like,
come on, Google, that's just slacking.
Yeah, right? I'm like, come on, this is not difficult. But no, it was, yeah, it just doesn't, it says it's a road that goes through, and then there's like a house there. It's like, this ain't going through. That's somebody's living room.
But the GPS I'm sorry, ma'am, I was just following the GPS. Oh, what are you watching?
Can you imagine? It would be really awkward. But yeah, if you look at the whole map.
You peel the magnet off the side of your car so they can't tell you're a realtor.
I used to have a bumper sticker that said, if you're lost, don't worry. If you're following me, don't worry, you're lost too. And I thought it was hilarious to be in real estate because there's always somebody behind you following. And yeah, all they had to look at the whole time was my bumper sticker telling them how lost they were.
But it's so
me.
true. It's so true. People expect you to know everything in every subdivision in every county. And I'm like, there are like 10,000 different subdivisions and I haven't been in all of them. So if we go to a gate and I can't get into it, it's because GPS is taking me to the back entrance and we're going to have to figure it out from there.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely have that same issue. So I just basically wait for a car to go through and follow them.
That's the easiest way. It's so easy.
Everybody's like, oh, I'm in a gated community. Do you need access? I'm like, I'm a realtor. I'll figure it out. I'm good.
Bust through. But I think your biggest draw is obviously price, because you are, I think, substantially less expensive than houses are in the Orlando area.
Yes, we are. Yeah, you can still get a brand new cookie cutter 3-bedroom, 2-bath, double car garage on a 1/4 acre lot in a really pretty neighborhood, and it's going to be under 200,000. So, and that's like, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. But again,
I have so many people to send to you.
But again, you got to think of like the jobs and stuff. We're just now getting some of those higher paying companies and those higher paying jobs.
Right.
Whereas Orlando, you have a lot more job opportunities that are higher paying and, whatever. So,
but for people working from home now.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting a lot. Are you getting a lot of people that are like up in Manhattan and stuff, and they're like, well, I'm working from home and I will be for the next year or two.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work from home in Ocala or Orlando by the pool. Are you getting those?
Absolutely. And it makes sense. The property taxes are so much lower. I mean, why, you know, you can get a bigger house, lower property taxes, much lower price, no state income tax, and sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sit by your pool and, work online. I don't know. I would.
Yeah.
Why would you sit in Manhattan like quarantined into oblivion? I mean, there's a lot of places that they can't even still go for like a walk or something just because of either quarantine is so severe or because of the snow and stuff they've got. So yeah, I was telling my husband we should be really grateful for what we have because here it's just we're not really having that. But
Right.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I was trying to think of all of this stuff in Ocala that's just awesome. And we've got like horse capital of the world, and we got the World Equestrian Center. So it's like, the Disney for like horse people is basically
Disney for horse people.
Yeah, it is. That's what they actually are calling it. It's like Disney World for horse people. Um, but yeah, you've got actual Disney World over there. So, yeah.
It can also be for horse people.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I'm not a horse person per se. Horse people are very different. They will not look at the house you're selling them. They will look at the barn and pastures first. Yeah. So like if it's got like this really amazing barn and it's got like a shack to live in, they'll take it.
Yeah.
They'll take it. And I'm like, I don't want to live in that. I don't want you to live in that.
But the horses will be so happy.
Yes, that's exactly. Those are horse people. Those right there. That's a horse person. But yeah, the rest of us, then there's like the horse pet people where they've got like an acre or two and they want a horse that's basically a pet. So it's kind of like dog people, but larger.
Right.
Yeah.
But similar.
Very similar. Yeah. But those are basically like our buyers over here because it's just very rural. So yeah. You probably do not have that many horse people coming.
Well, oddly enough, as you're saying this, the first community that we lived in Longwood, Florida, was a gated and guarded community, and it had stables in the middle of it. And so people could have a horse in the community, and they just had to pay to rent the stable. And then they would have like pony rides or horse, like little trot around the circle for the kids and stuff like that. A couple times a year, they had these little events. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and of course there are rural areas around Central Florida, but not, I guess, to the extent of Ocala, and certainly not with the price point that you offer there. So again, you're going to beat us on that count every time.
Yes. But I would say that one of the things Orlando has is the shopping is way better. I mean, we're not savages. We have Publix. We have the Walmart.
I Publix come there.
The Walmart. But I mean, and we have one Target in the whole county. It is a super Target, sort of.
I mean, I have different sections of Orlando mapped out by where my favorite Target is because there are differences.
We have one. That's it. And we're very happy to have it. So we don't have Costco.
Now, does Amazon deliver to Ocala?
Oh yeah, we actually have an Amazon warehouse that opened up last year. So we actually deliver to you guys. So yeah, we actually have a distribution center here now as of like March of last year. Okay. So yes, it's basically, yeah. I mean, I like shopping local, but I don't like shopping. So
Amazon.
Yeah, I absolutely love like just, I shop from my phone pretty much.
Yes. But and you can do that there. So that's okay. Yeah. You have access to all the same stuff.
Yeah, except for Costco. We don't have I've never even been in a Costco or a BJ's. I've never been inside.
I have a BJ's nearby. I have a Sam's Club nearby. I don't have Costco, so I can't really compare either. Maybe they're just not as,
I don't know.
Not as frequent in Florida. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it might be. Maybe that's what it is because we have a Sam's Club. We've got one Sam's Club, and but we don't have anything past that. And what's that one store? The one store that I really want. So if anybody is like watching this that has anything to do with it, it's like.
Do you have any pool?
What's that?
If you have any pool with the store, what is it?
Yeah, like come on, let's get this. I think it's more for like college towns because there's one up in Gainesville, but it's this really interesting, like it's not Whole Foods. We don't have a Whole Foods either, but it's I can never remember the name of it. It's like JB or
Trader Joe's.
That one. Yes. Why do I never remember the name?
Trader Joe's. It took me a while too, but we have those. We don't have enough, and the one that we have that's closest, at least to where I am, has the tiniest parking lot in the history of the world. It is so small that they had to set up a valet to take care of people because I mean it's absurd.
Wow. That's a bonus in my mind. I'd be like, yeah, you can. That sounds very bougie.
It is. It's in an expensive area, but it's so frustrating going there because the parking spaces are tiny and it's just it's worth it, because it's Trader Joe's. So
yeah,
gotta put up with it.
exactly. Yeah. So we go every time we go up to Orlando or to Gainesville, which is about 40 minutes north of us.
Mhm.
We have to go to Trader Joe's, which just it's a must. Yesterday my husband brought back like frozen popsicles from there and they were actually still okay. So I guess you can bring home frozen food. But yeah, like when you need to, or you can actually make it to Trader Joe's there. So yeah. But yeah, we don't have one in Ocala. Mostly it's Publix. Do you guys have over there? I haven't really paid attention, but do you guys have golf cart parking at all your Publixes?
Well, no, because not every area is a golf cart zone. So you'd be driving down like a major road to get to the Publix. I haven't noticed any with golf cart parking. Now, where I live, it is a golf cart zone, but we don't have a Publix. So
Okay, so maybe some. So depending on where they're at, but yeah, we've got. I would say quite a few of our Publixes have the golf cart parking, which
oh, that's cool.
Not really. Everybody just parks their regular
Oh,
cars in the golf cart parking. So I'm like,
that's wrong.
Wrong.
Do you have a golf cart? Do you use a golf cart?
Me, no. I no.
You park in the golf cart spots?
No, but I laugh at the ones that do. Like rebel without a cause.
Yes.
Whatever. But no, because we're really close to the villages too. Like, as far as like it's part of our county is the villages.
I see.
So there's that, but we also like the other Publixes and stuff, or quite a few of them by 55 plus communities. So they kind of put the Publixes right where you can actually get to it from the 55 plus. I think it was definitely intentional.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah, so they can actually go up and get what they need, and then it opens the door for thousands more people to stop in. So yeah, I mean it's smart, but it's fairly common over here. So it's kind of curious. But yeah, a lot of people get really excited about their golf carts over here. Like really, they get them like all decked out. They have like BMWs and they've got like, the I don't know, just the Lexus as a golf cart. And they just, I mean, all this aftermarket stuff all over it. They have golf cart shows down in the village. It's just crazy. So yeah, it's
we have that where I live also. It is a golf cart zone and they have like golf cart parades and you decorate your golf cart. I also live near a big lake, so we have boat parades at Christmas and you decorate your boat and just go around in a circle of the lake. Never tried it. Have not managed to do that yet. I think I did the golf cart thing once, but the problem is our golf cart is from like 1988 and it's electric and it's so slow. I wouldn't even be able to keep up with the golf cart parade. I'd be like, wait. So those gas powered ones are really fast, but not mine.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they can get going. They have golf cart accidents fairly frequently down in the villages. There's a newspaper for the villages, not the actual newspaper, like the official one that's always la-di-da and everything's lovely. No, we read the actual one from somebody that lives in there, and he has his own newspaper, and it's freaking hilarious.
Oh, that sounds interesting. You gotta have a link to that. We gotta see that.
It is so good. We just did there where like two golf carts collided and this serious head-on collision and somebody got thrown from the golf cart, and I know people could get hurt, but it's freaking hilarious.
Oh, it's awful. They're pretty easy to roll over too.
Oh yeah, and the ones that get DUIs. read. My husband and I'll just sit there and like freely. But yeah, they do. They just recently came out with a movie about the lifestyle in the villages, and
There's a movie about this? A real movie?
a real movie just came out. It was like a Sundance Film Festival type thing, but they actually had it playing at the Marion Theater. So
I mean, there are all kinds of rumors about the villages.
they're all true. It's totally true. Yeah. I don't go down there that often. I do go down there to like visit and walk around, or like Sumter Landing. They play music, and you can, I mean, it's really, really cool. Bring the kids down for a day and just, like to visit, because it's got some great shopping down there and everything too. But actually live there, no, not gonna happen.
Do you sell there much? Do you go to the villages?
Well, we were barred from selling down there for a couple of years because I had all of the villages refugee agents, but all of that has timed out. They have a very, very, very strict policy, which now they're getting sued for, but they actually had a very strict non-compete policy where the agents literally could not sell hardly anywhere in the area or in Florida with their license if they worked for the villages, and it was for 2 years. So I had a few agents that
oh my gosh.
And it's not just them, it's nobody in the company can sell in the villages while those people are with us. Yeah, it was crazy. And so that expired. So those agents are now going back into the villages, but there for a while, yes, we were actually the refugee camp for the agents in the villages. We had a lot of jokes going about it. Yeah.
They really they're protecting their own agents. So you'd have to do it by referral if you wanted to sell there. Is that
the developers of the villages are the real estate company down there. The villages is not just a city, it's a development.
I see.
Yeah. They are actively selling real estate. The owners of the villages are actively selling real estate down there, and they do not want somebody that leaves. They're just out of luck. They're not.
Wow, I've never heard about that.
And nobody in the brokerage can either. So kind of crazy. Yeah, there's like a lawsuit going with them and everything, but it doesn't matter to us. Our time has expired, so we have actually started working back in the villages again. And now I've got agents that know it like the back of their hand. So
that's good.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
To them.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's go. So, it's like your time is up. Your sentence. So, we can now. It was wild. It was the craziest thing I ever heard. But it was like, okay, let's just hold this out and we'll see what happens. But yeah, but that's a whole nother area. That's not even really part of Ocala to me. That's like the villages is like its own thing. It is completely different. And it's literally just the bottom tip of our county. Whereas for us up here, it's like, just more rural. There's a lot, like we're used to agricultural zoning, and we're used to USDA loans like crazy and stuff like that. Whereas, like going into Orlando, you're just not going to have that quite as much. You
don't. It's very much on the fringes and on the outskirts. And you really have to look carefully, because like part of one street might be USDA and then it's not anymore, because it's just, their map is very specific. You can look it up and you can research it if a house that you're interested in does qualify for USDA, which is 100% financing. So you don't have to put down any money on your loan. You have to pay your closing costs still, but it is 100% financing, which is a great loan if you can get it. It's just not available as much around here.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's great. We like 90% of our area that we service is actually USDA eligible. So yeah, we're in the sticks.
Very telling, that right there. Now I understand.
Rural development.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's different. But like, if you ask me about condos, we don't do that.
No condos, sorry.
We don't go up, we go out.
Right. Well, you got too much territory to cover. There's no point to go up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it would be like, if somebody wanted like the top floor of a condo, I'm like, well, you have bottom floor and second floor, and those are your options. There's nothing Your past
That's
two
true on the
stories.
second floor. But
Yeah.
we forgot to talk about one thing that's really important about Ocala.
Okay.
John Travolta.
We do. We have, yes. Yeah.
Tell us about your encounter with him, where you tackled him
Well,
to the ground and said, I want an autograph and a photo.
I did. Yeah. Well, like everybody in Ocala, I think, has met him at this point, or his family, or probably both. You can run into him all over town. Especially like his wife, you would normally, before she passed away, you would have found her at Target like daily, I think. But
And you
no,
knew Target because there is only one. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not like there's lots of choices. But no, I actually met him at Starbucks over at Barnes and Noble. So, but he does a lot of things at night, and I'm not a night person. So it took me living here like a decade before I ran into him. And he probably still thinks of me as some crazy fan person, because I had been telling my grandfather for a freaking decade that I was going to meet John Travolta and I was going to get a picture with him. And my grandpa had been teasing me for like a decade. He's like, "Oh, have you seen John yet? Have you run into John?" I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." So the second I got a picture with him, I was like, "Thank you. I've needed this for about a decade." And he's looking at me like, "Okay." No, you don't. Never mind. It's fine. Thank you.
there's a backstory.
Night. He was there with his daughter. She was like super nice, but she didn't really like seem like she wanted to get in with pictures and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, so I got the picture. The first person I sent it to was my grandpa. And I'm like, freaking told you so.
He does live here.
He does live here, and I met him. So yeah, no, he like everybody's got a John Travolta story. Everybody has, I think, honestly, everybody's met him. You'll run into your hairstylist. She'll be like, "I did John's hair."
I washed the dirt out of John Travolta's hair.
Well, at some point, So I mean, everybody's run into it because they've just been here, a part of our community for, I don't know, like 15, 20 years. So
and you're very protective of him, which I think is sweet. So
we don't approach him unless he like, seems like he's okay with that or whatever. You're not supposed to make a big deal, even if you're like totally geeking out. And you're just supposed to be respectful of him. It's like an unspoken law over here, that you want to try and do that. And the other law is if you're at Publix or the Walmart and you see something nasty about him or his family on any of those rag magazines, you're supposed to flip them over. Okay, so if you're ever
just be removed from the store completely.
You just no, I mean, you just, if it's really bad, you buy them all. Just no, no, you're supposed to hide that, because you know what, his family, they live here, they're gonna see stuff like that. I mean, can you imagine if it was your kids and they're seeing like this crazy stuff written about their parents? That's horrible. Right. So they just don't take into account this is a real person, this is a real family. So yeah, if you're over here ever, you have to flip the magazines over if they're not nice. But if they are kind, then you can leave them alone. But yeah,
very good.
It's a law.
So now, I'm presuming that he does not live in a home that was under $100,000. So there must be some higher end, or under 200,000 or whatever you said. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you guys probably have like a whole slew of houses that are like multi-million dollars and like just crazy beautiful and all of that. We do have, like, especially with the horse communities and the aviation communities, we have a lot of houses that are on actual runways or right next to plane runways, and that is a big fan of flying. So one of our communities is called Jambalaya. And it was actually, I think they used it to bring in an elephant at one point. So it actually got the nickname that way. We move a lot of animals. There's still a lot of horses that get flown in, actually, probably more so now than ever with the World Equestrian Center. But yeah, so he lives in a very prestigious gated community called Jambalaya. And you can't touch anything in there for less than $1 million. But yeah, I keep trying to, get an invite in there or something, but it hasn't happened yet. So, still waiting. But no, there are a lot of expensive homes with acreage and stuff here. I think the most expensive one on MLS right now is about $9 million.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so we do have that stuff. Not everybody doesn't care about their appearance. Like some people do. We're just a little more down to earth.
Right. That's a good way to put it. You can have the Miami price, but you might be wearing mud boots.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I
Because
mean,
the high heels, the stilettos are going to get stuck in the dirt.
oh, can you
Go out
imagine going out and showing these farms
your
and stuff? Like,
oranges.
yeah, no, I can't imagine going out there in stilettos showing these farms. It's just,
No, that
you
would
go
be
break yourself. Yeah. No, no. I mean, what do you wear when you're out showing houses? Like, you're in Orlando, you're a big city, like, intimidating.
I mean, the main thing for me is that it's always so hot that it's really hard to maintain looking nice because, you're jumping in and out of the car, you're getting from AC to heat back to AC. And so sometimes, you try to look professional, but it's, uh, or then it starts to rain and you've been out showing houses and it's pouring down raining and your hair is now soaking wet. Like, I
Yeah.
don't wear shorts to show houses unless it's like the 10th time I'm out with somebody and we don't care anymore because we've just been beat out on so many houses that we're trying to make offers on. At that point, it's okay, whatever.
Okay.
But
So probably about the same that, I mean, I wear sandals a lot because those are fairly easy to deal with. Not a huge fan of heels, but I wear sandals a lot. And then there's these little golf skirts that I've just fallen in love with because they have shorts built
sports,
in.
right?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't look like shorts, but there's like a pair of shorts built in under. Oh, it's great for the sun.
And you need those because every now and then you get to a house and you end up having to crawl through the window or some such nonsense. And the shorts are useful. You've done that. I'm sure you've done that. I know I've done
It's
that.
just funny. Oh my God. Yes, I have. I totally have broken into houses before, especially
Well,
during recession. I mean, it happened
when
a
it was
lot.
foreclosure land and okay, let's backtrack. When it was foreclosures, right, people would regularly, if somebody would find the house they liked, it was always that coded lockbox that anybody can open. You don't have to be a realtor. People would either steal the key or just remove the lockbox altogether. So you'd walk around the house looking for a window that was open so you could show the house to your client, and you'd
Yeah.
end up having to shimmy your way in through something under a garage door or whatever.
I
Yeah.
totally have done this before countless times. I actually am very good at getting into houses. I had full permission to go into the houses. It's just they like sometimes they would give you the wrong code and then you couldn't
Oh
get a
yeah.
hold of them.
Or the key doesn't even work, or I've broken a key off in a lock before because it was. Hey, I'm
I told
sorry,
her,
but when your sellers get home, they're not gonna be able to get in. Gotta go by.
I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. It just snapped. I don't know what it did. It's the heat. I don't know. Fix it.
Make your keys at Ace Hardware because they're the only ones that grind it down properly at the end.
That minute key thing that they have over at Lowe's is, oh, I hate those keys. They just bend and I mean, they're made out of aluminum or something. They're
Or
horrible.
tinfoil, yeah.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't use those. Go to actually have them done. So I don't know. It really sounds like there's not that much of a difference between, it just sounds like it's mostly the real estate. I mean, if you're looking for like more of a city and more city life, because we do not have an after hours over here, 9 o'clock, the city shuts down.
By law.
Maybe downtown on the square, there's a couple restaurants, but honestly, I mean, if you want to go out past 10, forget it.
Nope.
No. So
You're gonna wind up in a golf cart accident if you're out that late, aren't you?
No, maybe me. Great. But yeah, I mean, it's just basically city life versus country life. I mean, it's really, that's what, like, that's why my husband and I are here. We just really wanted, that kind of country feel and, small town, but still have the amenities and stuff. So that's why we chose Ocala. But if I didn't have kids or if I had a job, that was different, I'd probably pick Orlando just because there's a lot of stuff to do and it's a little more exciting and, more options. There's
Right.
not as many options out here. So yeah, I guess it just depends on city versus country, basically.
Or budget. Again, back to budget because
You're really excited about the lower.
because that lovely client that I sent to you where we met, her budget was, what was it? 200 or something like that.
Yeah, 200. I'm like, yeah, okay, no problem. And you're like,
yeah, I was like, forget it. So
yeah, because she wanted new construction. I'm like, yeah, sure, we can do that. Here's a slew of houses that she can pick. So yeah, I think even like the new, like the larger builders and stuff, they're right around 200, 230. So like DR Horton, Reed Homes, Armstrong, all of that, they're building like a lot of communities out here, and that's basically their price point. So
I mean, I showed DR Horton in Seminole County yesterday, and the lowest price I think they had was $275, and that was for a 3-2 called an Alex, which I think is one of their common models. It was a single story home.
okay, so yeah, you can get a 4-bedroom, decent sized 4-bedroom over here for that. So yeah,
Well, then that's not that much of a difference, but that's a national home builder, so their prices should be fairly comparable.
Gated community with a pool and all of that
Right.
kind of stuff. I mean, it's a little different. But a lot of people really, really love that. So, whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of builders that are building for right around 200, maybe a little less, over here. So yeah, but land is a lot less expensive over here. We have land. We don't have Costco. So
it's a trade-off.
It is. It's a trade-off, but we have John Travolta, so that's our claim.
I mean, so that's really the list, I guess. Yeah, Travolta land versus nightlife and Disney.
Yeah,
that it?
About Disney. Do not forget the mouse. He's awesome.
That's right.
We visit. We just don't live there. So, how long does it take you to get to the beach? Like it takes an hour and a half. Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it takes about an hour and a half for us, depending on which one you go to. It's like same distance both ways. So
okay.
You can go down to Tampa. It's about an hour and a half to like St. Pete Beach. And then if we go to like Ormond, it's maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
Which do you prefer?
Ormond, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Because it's like 40 goes right through our town, Highway 40, and then it like ends at the beach, literally like on the water. And that's right where to the right, it's where you can park. And then to the left is the natural, so you don't get run over.
Okay. So it's easy, convenient.
Yeah. And it has a shower outside, so you don't have to get the sand all in your car. So
that is a big deal.
And there's a Starbucks there. Okay, that beach. I like that one.
You have Starbucks in Ocala. You must have Starbucks in Ocala.
We have quite a few now. Yeah, it used to only be a couple, but we've got quite a few. They were all kind of right on the same road. We had literally like 6 or 7 all on one road. That was it. But now they're starting to spread out. So yeah, we have Starbucks. So we actually have them all. We have an indoor and an outdoor, and that's it. But you guys have like Millennia Mall or Mall of Millennia?
Mall Millennia or Florida Mall. I mean, countless, what are they called? Outlet malls.
Okay, yeah. So your shopping is phenomenal. Like seriously.
We have IKEA.
And have like, you could go to like Louis Vuitton, right? And go to actual, no, not here. You could order online. Or go to Orlando. But yeah, we don't have.
That would be Mall Millennia for the bougie stuff.
No, our mall has Vera Bradley. That's
good.
Yeah, we have that. We got a Yankee Candle. We're kind of excited about that. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you. I know you're going to go out and help some buyers, so I appreciate the video, and we will just go ahead and keep helping our customers back and forth. But if you guys are looking for Orlando, I will definitely be sending you to Krista, and she does vice versa with me. So just kind of wanted to let you guys know what options you have down here in case you're considering city versus country, basically. That's basically it.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Orlando versus Ocala it's city versus country is essentially it. So thank you so much, Krista. I appreciate it.
Thank you. This has been fun.
As always.
That's right.